Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with the third battle report of a local tournament. If you have watched other games from this tournament, you know that we played 2,000 points. I'm playing with my Ghost of Azir, the Stormcast Eternals, and I play this time against another army of Stormcast Eternals. As I say, 2,000 points, and this time we played the better part of value. So we play on the short sides of the table, right? The short side against the short side, and each side have 3 objectives. If you burn the objective, depending when you burn, you get X points. So the more you hold it and later you burn the objective, the most points you get. And yeah, and it's quite a curious objective game. So on my list, I play with Lord Celestin on a Star Drake. He's the general. He has the command trained Stout Defender. He goes with Celestine Hammer, and then the artifact of power I have is the Ignax Scales. Also the mount trait is the Stormwind. Okay, I have a Lord Castellan, a Lord Relictor, a Knight Venator, and a Lord Exorcist. Units, I have 2 units of 5 Judicators, 2 units of 5 Liberators, 1 unit of 5 Judicators, 1 unit of 5 Evocators, 3 Vanguard Raptors with long strike crossbows, and 2 Celestial Ballistas. The army of my opponent is a heavily shooting army, so he is led by a Lord Veritant, that is a general, and also have the translocation prayer. Then he has a Knight Vexillor, also with the possibility to teleport. He has 3 units of 5 Liberators, 3 units of 3 Ether Wings, then a big block, 1 unit of 12 Vanguard Raptors with long strike crossbows, 1 unit of 3 Vanguard Raptors with long strike crossbows, 1 unit of 3 Vanguard Raptors with Hurricane crossbow, and 3 Vanguard Paladins. Okay, then he has 10 Skinks and 10 Skinks as allies, so they don't take out the alliance. So we go to the deployment. You can imagine there was a lot of things in the sky. So yeah, each of one will lift almost half of our army in the sky. He left all his long strike crossbows on the sky, and I leave also almost all my shooting army plus the evocators. And then on the battlefield, I just put the Liberators to hold the objectives. The objective very far was controlled by the Knight Venator, and then I put in the middle the Star Drake with the characters. My plan here is try to go very aggressively against my enemy lines, try to go in combat and see if the shooting can eliminate very easily my characters, my satellite characters that are giving the supporting to the Star Drake. So yeah, this is an overview. So he also deployed with the Liberators very spread, try to avoid that I can deep strike and behind his. You can see here the Liberators protecting the objective. Also the Skinks are blocking a lot of the. So there is no way I can deploy behind him. He really covered all his deployment zone and making bags or spaces for when the long strike crossbows have to come from the sky. You can see here the how he have deployed all the Liberators covering the. More or less I did the same, but I don't have as many Liberators. I have a lot of points concentrated on the characters. I'm more a close combat army, or more, I would say more a mixed army, so close combat plus shooting. He's really a pure shooting army. So we go to the turn 1. Here it was the first time I was able to choose, and I decided to go first for the next reasons. Okay, I was really hesitating if to go first or second, because if I go second, I force him to deploy his shooting army, and then I can shoot at them. But on the other side, I want to put the boost on my Star Drake to avoid that he can kill the Star Drake with the crossbow. So I want to be sure that he cannot kill my Star Drake easily. So I want to put in place the boost and the magic to protect myself. So I decided to do that. I boost the Stardrake, and then I advance against him. Okay, so I had to move aggressively, no other way. I also put deep strike the evocators. Okay, and the reason to deep strike the evocators was try to start assaulting his lines with the evocators, and I put the judicators as well. So I keep in reserve the 2 ballistas and the long strike crossbows. I fail all the charge with the evocators, and then the shooting. I just kill some skins. That was the only thing that were in range, and nothing else happened. Then he deployed all his army, all his shooting army, and he was ready to shoot at me. So he started shooting everything into my characters and into the evocators and judicators, if I was not mistaken. And he killed, I think, 1 or 2 evocators maximum. I think 1 evocator. He killed 1 or 2 judicators, but the important thing is he killed, I think he killed the Lord Castellan. Yes, he killed the Lord Castellan on turn 1, right? So he knows that the Lord Castellan is important, is key for my strategy to be able to protect the Stardrake. He just came from he killed the Castellan, he put a good bunch of wounds on the Relictor, and then he just scattered some wounds here and there between the evocators and the judicators. But you can see he deployed everything behind his liberators, so they are completely out of reach of my combat units, and even out of reach of some of my shooting units. So it's going to be... He castled quite well his army. And here you see, he completely ignored me. The only thing to mention in this picture is he also advanced with the Paladors, okay? The Paladors advance and they try to shoot on my Venator without success. Okay, this is the only thing that we can share here. And as I said, here another picture of how he castled everything except the Paladors, that is the unit that is trying to kill my Venator. So we go to the turn 2, and again I'm not able to win a single roll of initiative. So double turn for the my opponent, right? He finished the turn 1 and now he has the opportunity to go to turn 2. So again, with all this army, remember, with all his shooting, he was able first of all to shoot in the hero phase using one of his command abilities. So the 12 long strike crossbows shoot, keep killing. I think that this time he killed finally the Relictor or the Castellan. I don't know, he had 3 rounds of shooting, consecutive 3 rounds of shooting with the long strike crossbow, right? Because he had the end of the turn 1, now the beginning of the turn 2, and again on the shooting phase, he will shoot again with the long strike crossbows. As a result of that, I will lose all my evocators, I will lose the Relictor, and I will lose the Castellan. And I think the judicators, if I don't kill, they are will heavily decimated. So you can see here, this is just after the shooting in his hero phase. So you can see the evocators are almost obliterated. Only 1 evocator there alone surviving, and he is also peeling off the characters around the Stardrake. And here he shoot on my Venator without any type of success. And yes, this is just to show how he killed at the end he killed the evocators completely. The judicators were quite decimated, and I think the Stardrake is alone now with the Lord Exorcist. And this is an overview before I start the turn 2. Then I was in the combat. There was 1 charge from his side. The Paladors charge on the Knight Venator, killing him. So not a surprise neither in that point. So I don't have any other choice, right? I cannot restrain at this moment because there is no way I can do. The Stardrake cannot be boosted at this moment. I only have the Lord Exorcist, and then I decide, and I don't remember if the Lord Exorcist was killed at the end. So the Stardrake was alone, and I decided to move ahead and charge against his liberators, right? I cannot reach the long strike crossbows. So I just decided to go straight line against his liberators. And I also bring from the skies the ballistas and the long strike crossbows. So the long strike crossbows I deployed behind my lines to recover the objective that Venator lost. And I burned the objective, so to avoid that he can control it and get more points. And then the ballista shoot, and between all the shooting, I managed the thing to kill because I also use the shooting, and I use the ability of the Star Drake to roll 1d6 for each miniature in the opponent unit, and for each 6 is a mortal wound. I was not very lucky. On 12 dice, I rolled 1-6, so I only managed to not kill. I managed to make only 1 wound to one of the long strike crossbows, and then the ballistas kill. I think, managed to kill 4 of them. So the unit was reduced to 8, and not low enough to be able to survive all the shooting, right? So the Star Drake charge into the liberators. They were not opponent for my Star Drake, but I was not able to kill the 10 liberators. So I killed, I think, 3. I didn't kill 6 of the 10, if I'm not wrong. And here behind, not too much to explain. My long strike crossbows just deployed, and I moved my liberators to protect my objectives. So. And at the end of the turn I was like that, so I have the ballistas there in range to be able to shoot again if I have a double turn into the long strike crossbows. I think here my only opportunity if I can have a double turn, okay? This moment, if I can win the initiative, maybe I can come back to the game. If I don't win the initiative, I think this is going to be game over. We go to turn 3, as I said, and what happened? My opponent won the initiative. And as you can see here, after all the shooting, the Star Drake, the ballistas, everything was obliterated here, right? I only had 2 units of liberators and the 3 long strike crossbows surviving. Remember, he can teleport units, he can still move and shoot. So there is no way I can do anything at this point. So really, this double turn and then not be able to. If he did not have the double turn, maybe I will have opportunity charging with my Star Drake earlier and trying to do some damage. But yes, with that it was very difficult for me to do any type of thing, right? Here you can see this is only my surviving units, and at this point I conceded the battle. I was quite tired, and I was pretty sure that with the teleporting, the long range shooting and everything, he will be able to kill the 2 units of liberators and the long strike crossbows. So. And anyway, if he's not killing these 3 units, he already have the 40 points he needs, and I cannot do my secondary objective because it was to survive with the Star Drake, and I was not able to do that. So as a result, was another crashing defeat, in my case, or a win of my enemy Stormcast. At the end, I end up the 10th of 12, not a very good position, so it was a very good start. But I played, and if I look at the table, I played against the 2nd and the 3rd player, the ones that were 2nd and 3rd in the tournament. So I also had 2 quite strong matches against me. So I really enjoyed the game. Let's talk about a little bit this battle and the tournament. So I will say that I fight 2 armies that are difficult. So in this game, my opponent really know how my army works, right? He started shooting all the satellites. He was protecting his most important assets with a block of liberators, knowing that I need just to win time with the liberators, so he is able to shoot the Castellans and the Relictor and all the things that can support my Star Drake. And after killing all the supporting heroes and units and other shooting, he just decided to shoot the Star Drake to death. Okay, and with the shooting of 15 long strike crossbows plus the Hurricane, and then everything, and he rolled some 6s, so creating some mortal wounds. My Star Drake was not able to survive. Remember that the unit of 12 is shooting twice per turn, and even when he was reduced at 8, so it means that he's shooting to me 16 plus 3, 19 shots of long strike crossbows into my Star Drake, and then he has also the Hurricane crossbows, and then he has also the Paladors in case he needs some help, and then he can assault me with the Paladors and the Liberator. So there's no way my Stratway can survive, especially after losing the support of the Lord Castellan. This -2 to the save is quite impactful against my Stratway. Okay, so that's all. That's all for this game. Was not a very good result at the end. I was expecting more from this tournament, but the most important thing is I enjoyed the day. So I would say that the main objective that is to enjoy and to have 3 good games, I think I accomplished. I also learned from this game. I'm thinking how I want to. I think I will keep trying to work around this list. How can I make my list a little bit more robust? Maybe I should take some characters out, keep the Castellan and another satellite support, and put some other units that I can have more cover of the battlefield, right? Because I'm very dependent on the Stratway at this moment. But I enjoyed, it was a good day, and that's all what it counts. So yeah, I hope you also have enjoyed this battle report. Please give a like if that is the case, you have enjoyed. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye!